am the stick man. I throw sticks at you. Oh yeah, I'm Mudslinger. Yeah! Let's go see what lives in the shed boy is doing. Quiet kid who lived next door. I'm kidding, there's no boy in a shed. That's awful. I can't believe a few of you laughed at that. Anyway, the other videos times you come doing this, my kids even did this up to a few years ago, where you go outside and you would play superheroes and you wouldn't even really physically do anything at all. You just stand there giving running commentary of what was supposed to be happening at the time, always outdoing your friends' powers. Whatever they had, you could do much better. So you'd be out there going, okay, so pretend my heat vision pierces through you. I put up a deflector shield. My arm and you're back and forth. Your parents are inside going, what are they doing? They're talking, it's weird. Call the therapist. Maybe that was my house, I don't know. Anyway, it was always so much fun to pretend that you could fly, you had x-ray vision, you could lift a car up over your head because it was something bigger than you, outside of your own boundaries, beyond your own limitations. That's why, guys, every day here at Blakelock, you can play superheroes too. Don't go out on the front lawn and go, my heat vision pierces through. But they'll be like, what? What is going on over there? Don't do that, but you can play heroes every day by taking steps outside of your boundaries, doing something that's maybe a little bit bigger than you. And that doesn't take much. It can be something as simple as walking up to that person maybe you haven't talked to in a few years and going, hey man, I got a bottle of paste, do you want to have a snack? Reaching across those walls, those boundaries that can put up, that's finding the hero inside. And when you do that, it'll have a ripple effect on everyone around you. People who take steps outside of their boundaries affect the lives of others. Like one of my personal heroes, Christopher Reeve. Chris Reeve played Superman in the original movies back in the 70s and the 80s. And very sadly, we lost him a few years ago due to complications from a spinal cord injury. Here's a guy who I think taught us more about being a hero after he played Superman than when he did. Because he was paralyzed from the neck down in a horse riding accident and he could have just given up and said, I'm done. But he didn't. He chose to live. He wanted to help other people. He started a foundation, changed a lot of lives. One of my favorite quotes of his is that a hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. It's exactly what he did. I've been lucky enough to do some work with them for the past few years. Real quick, they've come up with these Superman dog tag necklace. It says go forward on it, which is one of Chris's quotes about never giving up. It says Christopher Reeve Foundation on the back. These are a fundraiser they do, 2 of them for $10. One on a chain, one on a little clip. You can get them anytime on the Reeve Foundation website. There's links to it on my website at iantyson.ca. Mentioned in the intro, I did a cross-Canada tour in 2009. It was for charity. The charity was Christopher Reeve Paralysis Foundation. And I just wanted to share that I recently came out with a DVD of that trip. It's got this whole show on it, as well as all the road shenanigans that happened as we went across the country. It's in this little environmentally friendly packaging, and a portion of the money goes from these to the Reeve Foundation as well. You can get them on my website. You can get them from me here because I got them with me. Little thing that I want to share. But guys, what you got to understand is in a closed community like your school, taking those steps can really have a ripple effect. Sometimes even if you're unaware of the fact that you're doing something. And if you don't believe me, I'll give you a quick story from when I started high school. Now, I started high school, terrifyingly, almost 27 years ago. Yikes. In 1984. Coming out of grade 8, going into grade 9, I was a shy guy. I would never in a million years get up in front of a group of people like this. When I was with my friends, though, I was comfortable. I could do some goofy stuff. Now, my favorite song the summer of 1984 was a song by Prince. It was from the Purple Rain album. It was called Let's Go Crazy. It had this organ music at the beginning, and he kind of talked for a little while. It was a weird 80s thing. I'll play you a little bit. It sounds like this. The 80s were awesome. And I mean, real music does start eventually, but I swear the guy just talks for the first bit of the song. It was weird, but it was a big, huge hit, and I loved it. And whenever that song came on the radio that summer in 1984, if I was just with my friends, I would jump up on top of the highest thing I could find and go, "Dearly beloved, we are gonna," and like lip sync the whole thing. It was the 80s, we were crazy. Now, fast forward about 6 weeks, beginning of high school, Central Elgin Collegiate first school dance. 600 people packed into our gym, dancing away. All the grade 9s were up at the front with a human shield around them, trying to protect themselves, going din 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 din. And now we're all dancing something that you guys have to understand about 1984 high school dances. All of us danced like Carlton on The Fresh Prince, okay? We all did. We were all just... We were happy people back in the 80s. Ask your teachers, they were there. They'll do it for you. So we're all dancing away. It's getting towards the end of the night. DJ gets on the microphone. He says, "Excuse me, is there any Tyson in the house?" I was standing right down the front of the stage, and I went, "Yeah." He said, "Come on up." I thought I won something. Because they've been giving away prizes all night long, so I thought, awesome, t-shirt, woohoo! And I walked up there, but there were 600 people out here. I was a little freaked out, so I kept my back to them and went, "What?" He said, "Well, your friend's got a song for you." And I went, "Oh God, no." And I heard this. 4 seconds of organ music that changed my life forever. Now, a lot of thoughts go rushing through a person's mind in a moment like that, guys. Random things come jumping in. First clear thought I remember having, kill my friends. Must kill my friends. But really, as I saw it, I had 2 choices. I'm standing up here having a bit of a panic attack going, okay, I can turn around, walk off the stage, kill my friends, and then go back to dancing. Or I can turn around and make an absolute fool of myself in front of 600 people who have no idea who I am. Little bit of a step outside of my boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Just a touch. But I'll show you what happened.
Ha ha ha!